Hey guys, Regiseal here. Today I'm going to be commentating a VGC battle I had on BattleSpot a couple hours ago. I stopped playing VGC maybe like around a year ago, and I recently got back into it this summer, and I've been having a ton of fun. I finished last season ranked around 130th in the world, and now I'm battling to get back up to where I was because the new season started. Um, I've had a little bit of trouble. I've been kind of in the mid 1500s for a while because I've been trying to figure out new teams to use. I'm currently using a hard trick room team that I got from a Japanese player, and it's been a lot of fun. So I just wanted to show you guys this battle because I had it this morning. It was very exciting. I'm ranked pretty low right now, but the person I faced, QS, is was like mid to high 1700s, I want to say. So it ended up being a really exciting battle that came down to the wire. His team wasn't Hard Trick Room. He had Charizard and Landorus as well, but he chose not to bring them once he saw that my team was Hard Trick Room. So he leads with Cresselia and Tapu Fini, and I decided to lead with Tapu Fini and Tapu Bulu because I just hoping that he didn't bring Charizard or anything, Charizard and Landorus. Although this wouldn't have been the worst lead for that, although it wouldn't have been great either. So I realized that he's probably going to do something with Tapu Fini, just because he doesn't want a Wood Hammer into it. So I figure I might as well Wood Hammer into the Cresselia, and he can't put out much damage against my Tapu Fini, so I decided to Calm Mind, figuring if he switched out or something, which he did, that would allow me to get off Muddy Water or a Z Water attack next turn, because my Tapu Fini is in fact Z what Waterium Z. Tapu Bulu is Assault Vest. But anyway, so Cresselia goes for the Trick Room, surprisingly enough, that I wasn't really expecting that. I figured Tapu Bulu's not in the best position, so I decided to switch it out. But I figure Tapu Fini can probably take any hit if I intimidate the other Mawile, even with Cresselia's helping hand. So I decide that I'll just go for a Muddy Water, which probably wasn't the best play looking back. I maybe should have gone for a Z Water into one of the two Mons, because Muddy Water would have brought down Cresselia to its berry, which would have allowed it to heal back up. However, as you're going to see here, uh, I don't actually get flinch, but I get critted. And I think living with Finny may not have been the best thing. It actually kind of this allowed me to switch out into my Gothitelle, which, as you'll see, kind of helps me gain back momentum. Because at this point I'm not really doing great. So I decided to Mega Evolve my Mawile, realizing that although he has his Mawile, with him it's intimidated, and so he can't really do a lot to mine, while I am a pretty big threat to his. I decided to go Helping Hand Iron Head into his Mawile, realizing that even if he does Ally Switch, it's not the biggest deal in the world. He decides to Iron Head into my Gothitelle, which I don't agree with. It does a little bit more than half, but the Citrus Berry helps it heal up, so I can take another one. And my Helping Hand Iron Head is obviously going to KO the Cresselia, although it would have been a bit nicer to KO Mawile. But yeah, so at this point, I think we both have 3 Mons left. He goes on to Snorlax, and I'm still full HP. I realize I can probably take any one attack, but I realize that his Snorlax is also probably going to want to protect, because he might think that I think that he's going to go for a belly drum and try and that I might try and Helping Hand, play rough or something just to get a lot of damage, so it can't do that, but or so that it puts it at low HP. But anyway, yeah, I predicted that. Went for a Helping Hand Iron Head into Mawile, which surprisingly I didn't expect it to knock out, but it does, which I was very happy about. And that means that his Finny and his Snorlax are left. And at this point, now that I've finally taken care of the Mawile, I think I'm in a much better position. His Snorlax here actually tries to go for the double protect, which I was really surprised about. But I had my Bulu in the back with superpower, and I realized a Helping Hand superpower could take care of that. So I didn't target it anyways. I went for a Play Rough into the Finny, which goes for Calm Mind. And I don't know if I agree with that either. It didn't have a berry, so I think it's Z move. And it could have taken out my Mawile right there. Although at this point, Tapu Bulu, it's pretty tough to stop. So I actually helping hand sucker punch here, and I think if he had protected, that would have given him a ton of momentum. Um, Although Trick Room does end, but maybe not a ton of momentum, but it would have helped him. And yeah, I just figured I needed to get that knocked out because at this point Bulu is in the back, and it can knock out the Snorlax. Um, so then here I figure I can probably take it out with a regular Bulu superpower if I just helping hand Iron Head here. Didn't want to go for the play rough and miss, but in return for the crit that he got earlier with Iron Head, I get a crit here and I knock it out a turn early. So overall, definitely a fun game. Was definitely pretty nervous going into it once I saw he had a high rating. I can't remember if he was American or Japanese, but I think we both made some good plays. I think, as I said, my Finny getting knocked out was not the worst thing in the world, and I don't. It may have just made the battle a couple turns longer if it didn't get knocked out, um, because it would have activated Cress's berry and restored it back up, and uh, I'm not completely sure how things would have gone. There's the code if you want to go back and watch it again. But yeah, definitely a cool battle. Hard Trick Room is pretty tough to run nowadays, but if you find someone who's not prepared for it, you can usually take care of them pretty easy. This guy was prepared for it, but we both made some good plays, and I guess I just ended up coming out on top. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to upload some more of these in the future. It took me a while to get my screen recording setup redone. Today I had to update a couple things, but anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you feel so inclined, and thank you very much.